Looking for the best heat pump water heater that actually keeps up with real life, guest visits, back-to-back showers, laundry day, without wrecking your power bill? Then stay tuned, because the countdown from 5 to 1 ends with a clear winner you won't want to miss. Here's what's inside. 5 standout heat pump water heaters ranked from good to best, tested in real-world scenarios: quiet performance, recovery speed, hot water headroom, smart controls, durability, and overall cost to value. And yes, there are a few surprises along the way, including a sleeper pick with axe-like 80-gallon performance from a 50-gallon tank and a stealth quiet option that impressed in cold corners of the house. Number 5. A.O. Smith Signature 900. The A.O. Smith Signature 900 feels like a thoughtful all-rounder. Efficient hybrid heat pump core, built-in leak detection, and an automatic shutoff that genuinely eases anxiety if your heater lives over finished spaces or wood floors. In daily use, the integrated ICOM smart connectivity makes control simple, and the app side alerts, Leak Watch for early warnings, and Leak Shield for automatic shutoff actually work as advertised. The protection layer alone puts it ahead of older hybrids that only beep when something's wrong. Noise is quite tame at about 45 dBA, which is library level in the real world. If the unit is outside a bedroom or office, it fades into the background hum quickly, even when the compressor kicks in after a couple of showers. Efficiency is firmly in the modern hybrid tier. A.O. Smith claims up to 4 times more efficient than standard electric, which tracks with a meaningful dip in the utility app after switching modes and letting the compressor do most of the work. But there are caveats, and they showed up in 2 places. First, in a cool basement around the low 60s Fahrenheit, recovery on pure heat pump mode can feel slow. After a heavy shower plus dishwasher combo, it needed a while to bounce back unless set to hybrid or electric to speed things up, something a few owners echo online as well, especially in consistently cool installations. 4. LG Inverter Heat Pump Water Heater. The LG Inverter Heat Pump Water Heater brings something genuinely different to the table. A dual inverter compressor setup that's smooth, quiet, and impressively efficient, posting a UEF around 3.9 with sound levels as low as 42 dB. That's the kind of hush that disappears even in a small utility closet, you know? In practice, the inverter behavior is the star. Ramp up, dial back, constantly optimizing. So instead of that clunky on-off cycling, it feels like a whisper-quiet metronome keeping water hot while sipping power. The ThinkWrap is polished, with remote control, scheduling, and even reminders for maintenance items like anode checks and draining. Handy prompts that prevent the "oops, forgot for 2 years" trap that shortens tank life. In real use, turbo mode delivers the promised faster heat up for those surprise laundry plus bath nights, and the overall impression is a premium, well-engineered system that blends into the home without calling attention to itself. Now, the rub. While the hardware sings, US distribution and model availability can feel, well, spotty depending on region and channel. That affects install timelines and sometimes parts sourcing if you need service beyond the standard items. Also, if your household frequently drains the tank and expects quick recovery without touching hybrid or turbo, you'll want to set expectations. Peak efficiency is phenomenal, but recovery speed still relies on mode selection and ambient conditions like any heat pump system. 3. GE Profile GEOSPRING PH50S10 BPY. GE Profile's GEOSPRING feels like the clever one in the group. The 50-gallon behaves like an 80-gallon thanks to an electronic mixing valve that maximizes usable hot water without, well, actually upsizing your tank. That acts like 80 claim isn't just a line. In back-to-back shower tests at 120 degrees Fahrenheit and typical inlet temps, flex capacity meaningfully stretches hot water volume and delays the dreaded lukewarm finish on the 3rd shower. Very real, very noticeable. Efficiency is a headline feature too, up to 4.7x more efficient than standard electric, which puts it at the top tier of modern hybrids in terms of energy savings potential over the year. The Wi-Fi via Smart HQ is solid, with usage tracking, alerts, and control from anywhere. Add in wireless leak detection paired with automatic shutoff, and you've got safety covered without external add-ons. GE also touts quiet operation around 41 dBA, and it sounds it gentler than many HVAC air handlers, and notably softer than older-gen hybrids in garage installs. Dimensions are straightforward, about 68¼ inches tall and 24 inches in diameter, so plan clearances accordingly. It's tall for some crawl-in utility closets, but fits most basements and standard water heater alcoves without gymnastics. Pricing varies, but the core value comes from three things: the flex capacity hot water stretch, extremely quiet operation, and robust smart and safety stack in one integrated package. No cobbling together leak sensors or third-party valves. 2. Rheem Performance Platinum Plug-in. The Rheem Performance Platinum Plug-in with Hydro Boost is the "why didn't more brands do this" moment. Shared circuit, plug-in design that opens install options homeowners and electricians love, especially when the panel is tight and running a new dedicated circuit would be, well, a project and a half. The Hydro Boost system meaningfully improves recovery without nuking efficiency, so on heavy use nights, you can feel the difference. Showers finish strong, dishwashers don't turn your next bath into a negotiation, and the tank feels more forgiving of minor scheduling chaos. Real world, the plug-in shared circuit approach is gold in retrofits. Fewer surprises, faster install, and less panel anxiety. That lowers both friction and cost of adoption, which matters as much as efficiency on day one. Control is modern and intuitive, and homeowners who prefer a set it and forget it baseline can leave it in hybrid for months with steady bills and steady comfort. Add in brand ecosystem and support network depth. Rheem's bench is deep in many markets, and you get a product that doesn't just perform but installs with fewer gotchas. The charm here is practical excellence. It may not be the absolute quietest or headline UEF champ on paper, but in the home, it balances performance, install simplicity, and cost in a way that feels purpose-built for real retrofits. If you're replacing a resistance heater and dreading panel work, this is the shortlist pick, and a big reason it lands at number 2 in this lineup. Number 1. Bradford White AeroTherm Series with Bradford White Connect. Bradford White's AeroTherm with Bradford White Connect checks every meaningful box: performance, durability, pro-grade build, and smart safety, while feeling engineered for long-haul ownership rather than just spec sheet wins. Day-to-day, recovery is consistent and confidence-inspiring, with hybrid modes that keep comfort predictable without babysitting settings. It's the unit that fades into the background and simply delivers, even when laundry and showers overlap on chilly evenings. The connected features are focused and reliable: monitoring, mode control, and alerts that matter, with a clean implementation that doesn't feel gimmicky. It's tuned for homeowners who want dependable oversight more than a science project. What pushes it over the top is the pro-first design and support reputation among installers. Consistent feedback is that AeroTherm is straightforward to service, built with parts that last, and backed by a network that actually stocks what techs need, hugely important 5 to 7 years down the line. In short, it's the kind of heater that earns trust: steady, robust, and efficient, with the right smart and safety stack for modern homes. And there's an intangible here: how it behaves when the house pushes it. In testing, the AeroTherm handled back-to-back demands without the rattles, long spin-ups, or temperature wobble some hybrids show under stress. It's quiet enough to live near a family room without drawing comments, and its always-ready feel inspires the kind of confidence that makes it easy to forget about water heating entirely, which honestly is the highest compliment a water heater can get. Final take. That's all for today, folks.